that. Let's turn now to Florida Senator Bill Nelson. He's with us by phone. Senator Nelson, good morning again. How are you doing?
Doing fine. It's starting to clear up, but here in Orlando, but the whole state, as you know, this is unusual. The entire state got covered up by this storm.
Yeah, Senator, are you aware of what's going on now in Jacksonville, in that area? We're understanding they've got a lot of flooding in the streets there, and they're getting maybe an unexpected impact from that storm. Are you talking to anybody over there?
Yes. What's happened, all the rain draining into the St. Johns River, it starts actually to the east of Orlando, west of Melbourne, and it flows north the way to Jacksonville. All that additional rainfall, plus the wind now on the counterclockwise rotation from south to north, is pushing all that water through Jacksonville. At the same time, the high tide of the Atlantic is coming and pushing back against the mouth of the river, so the water is rising rapidly in downtown Jacksonville, and that's what you all have been showing some film of, that it's lapping over the sides of the river into downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah, and we're showing images actually just into us from Jacksonville, which it turns out to be one of the surprises of this storm, but there were a few. Senator, do you have a sense, as the sun's coming up, which areas of your state are contending with the worst damage?
Probably Key West, the Florida Keys. I'm going with the U.S. Coast Guard flying down to Key West this afternoon. That's probably the biggest damage, simply because of the 120-mile-an-hour winds as the eye came across the Keys. The dreaded part of all the flooding of the storm surge on the southwest coast of Florida, that was not nearly as bad, because by then the storm had lessened, and therefore the counterclockwise winds didn't bring as much water back into the bays and estuaries like Charlotte Harbor, Tampa Bay. May I just say, since this is 9/11, all of us on that day will remember I was in the U.S. Capitol building watching the Twin Towers, and someone burst in the room and said the Pentagon's been hit. We leapt to the windows overlooking the wall, the mall, looking west, and there's the black smoke rising. And then the next thing we heard is the Capitol Police shouting at the top of their lungs, "Get out, get out, run, 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 get out of the building." The report of the fourth airplane inbound for Washington was coming. What a day. We're proud of how America has come together in the last 16 years, and I'm proud of how Floridians have come together in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, Senator Nelson, just one last quick question. A lot of folks are without power, and sometimes I guess the idea is you want to venture out, you want to check on your house, you want to get out there on the streets. What advice do you have to people who are deciding whether or not they should venture back home because they see the sun up and they think, you know, it's clear now, I can get out?
It's dangerous because of live wires. That's where people get killed. A lot of trees in Florida, they fall over, they fall on power lines. That's cut the power, but you never know which one of those lines are live. And so you best stay inside until you get the okay from law enforcement.
That's good advice. Senator Bill Nelson talking about Hurricane Irma, but also taking time to remember the events of September 11th, 2001, 16 years ago today. Senator, nice talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, we're back with much more.